Thank you for being here, guys. So I'm here having my morning coffee. This is my little shot here. Mm. You don't need much to make a good latte, man. All you need is literally probably half a can of coconut milk with 2 shots of Nespresso with some maple syrup, some nutmeg. I forgot the salt today. Crap. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? You're back. Good to see you. Roro, what's good? What's up, y'all? What are y'all up to, man? Which streamers are y'all watching these days? What videos do y'all watch these days? I got a question for you guys. Would you rather choose a beautiful life that nobody ever admired about, or would you choose a life that is very painful that everyone remembered? So, personally, I would choose the beautiful life that nobody really cared about. I mean, part of the reason why I'm working so hard, just trying to start a streaming, I don't want to say career, but like to add streaming to my list of social media platforms. I think it's a very raw and authentic way to kind of communicate with people. So we got a comment, dude. Roro said this is probably going to be the last stream I watch because I got to get back to my school routine. Might only join on the weekends. All good. Um, let's see. Yeah. So, um, yeah. So the whole reason why I am starting to stream a lot, right? And starting to get on these things is because it's definitely a new medium. I'm an artist. I'm open to trying new mediums and new ways of producing content. But also, I like doing it. I like talking. I like yapping. And also, I think it's in this age of AI. I mean, this is really all that's left, right? Unless I have a filter. But I don't, because my face, like I can zoom all the way in. You know what I'm saying? Zoom all the way in. Actually, I am zoomed all the way in. So you can't fake this, man, unless you have like a filter on you. And so basically, this is you're just getting me in real time. There is no act, man. There is no character. There is no performance. It's just me, and that's something that for me is a breath of fresh air. Um, so I have a couple of brands. I'd say around three or so. And my first brand is Teddy Wang 86. I'm very bombastic and very performance driven. And then my second brand is the Epsiverse, which is kind of like my own universe, my own multiverse. And I will use the means to create just different stories. So it's kind of like fiction. And then the third brand is kind of this one, where it's like, hey, it's me, raw, unfiltered. So my Soybean Cowboy YouTube is where I do a lot of the long form speaking, where I have a list of topics that I feel like talking about and going deep into, and then I just talk about it for like 30 minutes to an hour or more. And I love doing those. But I have to kind of go on scene, on set, and just kind of like sit there with a beverage or something to kind of calm me down. And then I could just yap for like a long time about a lot of stuff. So I find the older I get, the easier it is for me to talk for long periods because I'm not as hyper as I was when I was young, right? So which part of me, kind of regrets not getting into this space sooner when I was younger, or being born in the wrong time period, being born later. And so, um, I, yeah, so that's kind of a thing, right? I would rather live a beautiful life that nobody cared about than a life that everyone remembers, but is very, very painful for me. So I don't want to live a painful life. I want to live a comfortable life. But I also know that if I don't get uncomfortable, then I'm not gonna grow. And that's the way, even if I'm in a very comfortable house, in a comfortable part of the city, in a comfortable city, mentally, I have to struggle and I have to stress and I have to sacrifice a lot just to get ahead. So it's like it's not it doesn't depend on where you are. You can be in a very comfortable environment physically, but if you want to get ahead, then you might have to struggle mentally. So that's kind of what I found out of that. And the whole reason why I wanted to get into the streaming space is because I think this is like there's a lot I wanna talk about. A lot of issues that I think are important. And this is kind of like, hey, I'm doing these 30-minute things every day, and I'm just kind of sharing topics that I think are cool. So, Jacob, what I was telling you on the old comments, there was the most expensive app. Okay, interesting. Um, oh wow, that's amazing. What exactly does the app do? That's an interesting observation. Interesting comment though. Thank you. Again, getting into streaming, it's more of like um kind of getting my hands a little dirty and getting my feet a little wet. Kind of a warm-up session. Like these every day I used to do an hour, now I do half an hour because I have other pieces of content that I have to kind of attend to and just kind of be busy with. But like, yeah, even half an hour a day is good practice, just to kind of good practice to connect and just kind of see what's going on. Oh wow, it's a professional piano. It's an app? That's wild, man. Um, so where was I going with that? I mean, it's a new medium, and in the future, I do want to make longer live streams, and I want to clip those live streams into other kinds of content. Um, but I think this could be an entry into practice, right? And maybe I could do some more exciting live streams where I'm actually out doing stuff. And then I'll decide, okay, which platform am I going to put this clip in? So I have a very complicated brand. I'm kind of known for different things at different places, and I don't mind that. Another thought, guys. Perhaps the deepest tragedy is not dying before you understand life, but understanding it after you've already built the wrong one. So I feel this way a lot, where, hey, I went to high school, went to art school, and after art school, I was kind of finding myself and trying to be different things and to see what I felt right. And I tried different things, I tried doing I tried teaching English in Taiwan. I tried doing sales, learning how to sell things and learning uh what else did I try to do? I think that's really it. Just trying to do sales, trying to sell products, and then trying to sell services. And then the third thing I tried was social media, which is crazy. And I mean, social media blew up. It took off in a way I didn't expect. I was just doing goofy things, and that's the thing. Like during those starting days, you don't have any risk, and that's kind of a position that I always want to try to put myself in from now on. Is that I want to try to you know do some crazy things in a smaller account, and I have a couple of accounts that I can kind of definitely try that in. And the reason is I have to let go, man. I just have to just not care, and I think that's a good mindset to have when you're doing social media, um, especially if you have an account, maybe on TikTok with millions of followers, or on YouTube, and you just kind of want to try things out. I definitely want to try things out more and kind of be in that state of mind where I have to try and be a beginner again. Like every day, this is called beginner's mind, right? Where I don't know what's possible. And it's hard to be in that mindset when I know what works already on YouTube or on TikTok or whatever. And then I just keep on scratching that itch or pulling that muscle. And it's like, I could pull it to the point where it's numb. Maybe come back and revisit it a couple months later, and then it's kind of fresh again. But it's like every day, every morning, I want to try to just warm up my mind and my body by just posting random stuff in a smaller account, just so I could just not care and not think about perfectionism and just trying to be perfect, trying to get everything right. because I know what worked in the past, and I'm gonna measure it from this baseline, and it's a higher baseline than I was when I was starting out. So I think I always want to every day, excuse me, every day, every day I just want to start fresh. Every morning I want to blank canvas. I want to write my thoughts more. I want to do some more gaming in the morning with a clear mind and drink my coffee. I want to make content on an account that I just don't care about and just mess around in because why not? Like I want to do content where I'm not known for anything. This is kind of one of the ways I'm warming up. One of the ways I'm warming up is just doing these live streams, and just not really caring about the outcome. It's just using it like 30 minutes of my time. Like it's really not a sacrifice. In fact, it's probably good for me, and it probably helps me think about topics. Probably helps me warm up my mouth, warm up my facial expressions, see how I look, see how I sound. And the VODs on Soybean Cowboy it really isn't a sacrifice either. Can we collab live? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, on TikTok, I think they allow certain stuff like this, but like I don't go live on TikTok that much, but like it's definitely an idea. I could definitely think about that. Um, well, like what would the collab be? Like would it just be like chatting? You know what I'm saying? Like um there are online chat live collab ways to ways to go live, right? You could play games, you could do on Twitch. I don't even know how to do that. I think you can go live with people, right? Um, yeah, let me think about that, Jacob. Um, man, I don't even know what to do on the live or talk about. Can you game with people on live? Play games with them? But yo, I will keep it in my thoughts, Jacob. I will definitely keep it in my thoughts, man. Thank you. Um, yeah, I've never gone live with people on Twitch. Like directly on Twitch. Remotely online. I've gone live with people on TikTok, I think, and on Instagram. YouTube, I'm not sure, but I think it's a new feature, right? Yeah, I will definitely keep it in my thoughts. Appreciate that, Jacob. So, the best possible life might be the deeply boring one to retell. That's true. A lot of rich and famous people probably live boring lives with routines. They go here, they go there, and then they have everything they need. So, I noticed that like when I was not lacking, yeah, life was pretty stagnant. It was like, okay, now that I have a little bit more money, okay, what am I gonna do? Well, there's only so much I could do because I'm 42. There's only so many things I could like to do, right? And I noticed that a lot. Hey, life doesn't always have to be exciting. You just have to be happy at every second. But you don't have to not suffer at every second. You can suffer and still be happy inside. A terrible year can produce a beautiful story and permanently exhaust your nervous system. I noticed that like if I have a really bad year, I could definitely be it could definitely wreck my life and my health for life. If I make enough of the wrong decisions that are bad enough decisions that'll hurt me mentally and physically enough, yeah, I could definitely ruin my whole life in 1 year. People have done that, man. People have died in like within 1 year just by doing stupid stuff, and it's just unfortunate and it's sad and it happens. Accidents happen to people. People might drive too fast. It's not very smart. People might, you know, be in the wrong part of town at the wrong time of the day, say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. That's not very smart. People can eat the wrong thing, eat too much of it, or drink the wrong thing, drink too much of it, or say, "Hey, look at this insect, or look at this plant. Let's play with it. Let's go viral on social media. Let's get views." And they're dead. And it's like, what the heck? Not very smart. And it's sad how people and our thoughts on what we think will get us famous and what we think will make us feel important. It's just so misguided. It's so sad, but it happens today. So Just don't do stupid things. The older you get, the more risk averse you'll be, which means the less likely you'll take risks, but it might not be a bad thing because your chances of dying increase the older you get. And you just want to do things that make you happy and that other people like. So that's what I found about social media is I'm able to talk about things where people like that I happen to like, but I'm just kind of working on getting into that position on my third brand, right? But I know in my first brand is like, yeah, I kind of know what scratches their itch, like second brand also. Like I kind of nailed it a little bit, right? It's like I kind of know what they like. Or I could have a higher chance of going viral on those first two brands if I do things a certain way, because I have social proof. Like I know what works and what doesn't work already. So I could just kind of do that, but do it in a different way. And that's kind of like what AI is really good at doing. Is like it's really good at giving you ideas. Also really good at changing your scripts. So if you like write a little screenplay, a little story, a little back and forth dialogue, dude, AI can create something like that. And then you can just use that and record that. That's the good thing about AI, right? AI is amazing. Also, my second brand is like all AI. It used to be my art channel. I used to paint and draw. Had a few exhibitions here and there. Went to art school. I felt like I never really succeeded with my art. Kind of makes me sad. I'm getting older. It's like I don't have much time to make the art, but I want to get back to it. But can I sacrifice the chance of not getting any views again just so that I can draw and paint? It's like I don't know. Like I feel like so much pressure financially, like a lot of pressure just to make the right content so I could make the right amount of money and so I could feed my family. Like when social media becomes your job, it becomes a very different feeling, very different experience. Like before when I started, I had a full-time job when I started social media. And I didn't really care about what I posted. Maybe that was the wrong thing. I should have cared maybe, but I didn't care. I posted whatever I wanted. I said whatever I wanted. Yeah, it got me in some hot water, but like I look back and I don't really think much of it. Life moves on, life goes on. And at the end of the day, I've always wanted to create something I can call my own, something that I could pass on to my kids, that they can pass on to their kids. Um, and just something that I could just keep passing on in my family. And I could feed my family for generations. That's my dream, right? Also is to leave behind just some incredible stories that could just live on indefinitely, hopefully. Um, that's my second channel, right? Epsiverse. If you don't know what that is, it's a lot of you know. But hey, well, we got some new people here. That's cool. And so, Jacob, thanks for sharing your link. Um, man, it's like I want to do so many things. I want to leave behind so many different kinds of legacies. But it's like, well, today I have 24 hours. Which part of my legacy am I gonna work on leaving behind today? Like I could do my Epsiverse, my AI content. That's gonna take all day because AI is not hard to make. You're not just writing sentences and just pressing enter. Have you ever played Geometry Dash? No, I haven't. Is it a game? Is it fun? Is it multiplayer? Maybe if there's a game that's multiplayer that you all want to play, maybe we can think about playing it sometime. That'd be fun, right? Why not? And so it's like today, I have 24 hours, but I don't even have. See, that's the crazy thing. I don't even have 24 hours, man. Like, I have to sleep for 8 hours. Okay, so then I have 16 hours. So, okay, well, within those 16 hours, what else do I have to do? What other deductions do I have to make to those 16 hours? I gotta take care of my family. That's gonna take a few hours. Okay, so that's like 13 hours. I have 13 hours. Okay, well, I gotta do my chores. That's gonna take an hour. Okay, 12 hours. Okay, now I have 12 hours. What am I gonna do in those 12 hours? Okay. Do you know what I do in those 12 hours? I just, oh yeah. Okay. Minus an hour because I have to work out. So now I have 11 hours. What am I gonna do for 11 hours? This is all I can do. Oh yeah, I have to cook. That takes another hour. 10 hours. So now I have 10 hours of free time. What do I do now? I just make content, or I think about content. I research content. I bookmark content. I download content. I break it down. I look at it second by second. I do storyboards. I do screenplays if I have time. I write down my ideas or thoughts in general that I have. Like, I am always doing something, And like, if you want to be a content creator, this is what you have to do full time. Like your mind is racing 24/7. You're trying to make it, and I've been trying to make it for 7 years, man. You know, and I feel like I kind of hit some levels, but if I hit those levels and I don't take advantage of those levels, hit the next level, then I'm gonna be forgotten really fast, and that's kind of what happened. I feel like I was forgotten really fast, right? It's crazy. And then yeah, I could be remembered again, but just to be remembered again, to get on people's radar, I gotta sacrifice a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I'm thinking, okay, how many things do I have to do today to leave the legacy I want to leave behind today? And it's like, okay, well, what if my dreams change? What if my goals change? What if my purpose changed? And my goals, purpose, and dreams change all the time, but in different degrees, different increments, right? And I might come back to wanting to do, screen acting eventually or comedy and stand-up comedy. Like I would love to do stand-up comedy in person, but I'm always scared because like I'm very risk averse, right? And people get very violent these days. So it's like, do I really want to do it? I got kids. I got a family. Like I have things that I want to say that I can't say. That'll probably get me in a lot of hot water, right? Even if it's comedy, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a joke, right? Certain things, if you say it, then you get banned from this or that platform. I can't afford that. So it's like, well, what do I do? Do I just suck it up and just afford that by any means necessary and just kind of say whatever I want to say? I can do that. But now I'm in a position where it's like, well, I'm teetering back and forth. Like, yeah, I used to want to be a comedian. And I did do comedy a lot, right? I still kind of do comedy a little bit. Like, it's like hints of comedy, but it's not really comedy. I'm not really standing in front of you and saying these crazy jokes, right? And then it's like, well, acting, just doing some movies and stuff, TV shows. Like, that's something that I always wanted to do since I was a kid, man. That would be fun. That would be so fun to do. I would love to do that. And then it's like, well, there's voices in my head telling me, hey, you'll be 43 half a year. Every year, like the stupid voice in my head. And it's like I have to be more delusional. I have to be more like ridiculous, right? Otherwise, I'm never gonna reach my dreams. Like, oh, Teddy, when I hit 30, it's like, Teddy, you're 30. You should not pursue being an actor. Like you're too old. Now I'm 40 freaking 2 years old, man. And every year that voice in my head is just keeps telling me, like, Teddy, you're too old. You're too old. Like, you're in Taiwan. You shouldn't do that. Like, you should move back to the States. You're too old, man. You can't, you shouldn't start over. But I feel like I'm in a place where, yeah, I got 7 million followers in total, over 7 million, across all my brands, across 5 or 6 platforms, right? But it's like, on Twitch, I only have like this many because of the loyalty factor in the audiences, where it's like, was I able to build a loyal following? I guess I didn't do that good of a job because I'm not everywhere all at once for the same thing. It's like I'm different things on different apps with the same name. So what does that prove? It proves that I'm very fragmented. Uh yo, Futeki, what's up, man? Good to see you. Futeki? Pretty good, pretty good. I'm just talking about a lot of things, man. Jacob, Robo, thank you for joining, man. We got 3 people. We got 3 people here. That's cool. I think like it's important to get like 3 people in a stream or something at least. Something. That is a landmark? No, not a landmark, like a goalpost. But I love being this close to you guys, like in your face. Cause you know why? Like I'm a very lonely person, even though I don't like to be around people. It's the weirdest thing. It's like I don't really like to be around people. I don't like to hang out. I don't like to, cause it sucks my energy. Cause I'm an introvert. Like being introverted, it's like being in people sucks my energy away. It sucks my spirit away. But an extrovert, like someone who just goes crazy, they see someone and then it gives them energy, like it fuels a fire. Like I'm not like that. Yeah, I used to be like that. But like when I went home, I was tired. But people who are like that, like they're just really like that. They just need to be around people all the time. So we got some comments here, guys. We got Futeki, glad to hear that. As long as you're fun and healthy, thank you. God bless you, man. Be healthy. Health is like God's greatest gift for us, right? No matter how you cut it, it's God's greatest gift. And if you're healthy, then yeah, you can have a lot of problems. But if you're unhealthy, then you only have one problem, which is like, bro, you you only have one problem if you are not healthy. All right, you have to fix that. But if you have, but if you're healthy, then you have a lot of problems. You have to go here, you have to pay these bills. You gotta pick up your kids, whatever. But it isn't a problem to pick up your kids. It's just like a pleasure, right? It's just like I'm just saying. There's like a lot of problems that come with being healthy. But anyways, Roro, do you miss Sora? Yes, I miss Sora. Sora is awesome. Sora is I still think is the best video. Is still one of the best video models out there. I don't know how they did it, man. There are still videos that I made in Sora that I still post on social media, and they still blow up, and they still push my lore forward. They still push my stories forward. Like, dude, Sora is really good. It's still a really good model. So we got let's see. Uh Sora from Kingdom Hearts or Castlevania. Sora is an app by OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT. So Sora is arguably like it's like one of the best AI models out there. You could check to see if it's still out in the API. Like some third-party platforms still use it. You know, like those all-in-one. Like they have, you can make pictures with AI. You can make videos with AI. You can make text with AI. Like those platforms where they put all the different companies' models together. Check those to see whether or not Sora's still there. Okay, but Sora is really good. It's still one of the best. Um. All right. Let's see. AI tool. Yes, you already know about it. But for a second thought, dude, Kingdom Hearts is a really good game. I used to play that when I was a kid. You know, Disney. Who who thought of that idea, man? To put Disney and Final Fantasy together, like to put SquareSoft and I think it's SquareSoft or Square Enix. I don't remember when they combined. But dude, I used to play Enix games. Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia. Have you played those games before? Enix games, really good RPGs. All right, I was a huge JRPG player when I grew up. Um, and then SquareSoft, I was a huge SquareSoft player too. I loved Final Fantasy. I think it's like Final Fantasy 4 or 6. It's like when there's an airship and then there's that floating island. Like I really like that one. That was a really good Final Fantasy. The story is really good. Suno is crazy thing. Yes, Suno. Suno is like okay. So we used to make fun of AI, right? We said, "Oh yeah, AI is like it's so dumb, it's so stupid. It can't put this, like it can't make this song right. You know, the voices sound fake, or oh, it can't make this picture. The fingers are wrong. They gave me 10 fingers instead of 5." And then video is like, "Oh, look how funny I'm moving. Oh, I'm an AI video." No one is laughing now. AI video is currently passing over what we consider real or fake, and we used to laugh at words like, "Oh, you sound so AI when you talk." Dude, they don't it does not sound AI anymore, bro. I don't know if you've got one with the program, but it does not sound AI anymore. Okay? When it writes, when it talks, no, we've passed that. Music, we've passed that. Sound effects, sometimes, but like for the most part, we passed that. Pictures, we passed that. Videos, we'll be over that by the end of the year, bro. All right? So I think videos will be over the end of the year by then. That's just maybe sooner than that. You know what? People are already calling AI video, AI videos, AI films, AI shows. They're already calling those just shows, videos, because they can't tell the difference. They don't care about the difference. When you start caring about the writing more than the video, then you know that you succeeded in making something reality that you can't tell apart from fakeness. You already know that because why? Because you're not talking about all the little things like 10 fingers. It doesn't give you 10 fingers in one hand anymore, right? You only care about the story because you're so hooked by the visual. Like the visuals immerse you. You're hooked by the story already, and you want the story to be better. So how can you make this like when these little things become more important than the big things? You know you've passed the uncanny valley. Futeki says, "Have you played Final Fantasy VII Remake?" Yes, it's fun. I have to play more. I haven't beaten it yet though. I think the third one they're working on it or it's coming out or something, right? It's supposed to be really huge. But hey, it is 10:30, guys. I gotta jump off. See you back here at 10 o'clock. Jacob, good luck in your schools, bro. Hope to see you more often. Rogo, thanks for joining again. And Futeki, yo, we will chat again. We will see each other again. All right, guys? So, the VOD, I'm going to put this on Soybean Cowboy, all right? How I said it, on YouTube. It's my third channel. It's the channel where I just talk, yap about all kinds of things. And it's one thing I wanted to leave behind for my kids, just so that they know who their dad is. That's kind of like my main thing about that, right? All right, guys. Roro, see you on the weekends. Jacob, Fucheki, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here every day at 10 o'clock at night in New York. All right? Bye.